Hey everyone, so I went to Mass today. Today's our celebration for the Corpus Christi, the body and blood of Christ. And we go to be strengthened, to be renewed in our faith. Yesterday, Cardinal Frank Leo came to the parish and we did the procession. We just did a few blocks down and we came back. And for us as Catholics, we believe that that land where we walked, it will be blessed because we took the Eucharist with us, the Blessed Sacrament with us, and that includes our church. And for those of us who were in the church, we receive that blessing as well. It's not just something we do like just to show off or to, make a spectacle of things. It's not. So that blessing, because it was the 4:30 Mass, that procession and that blessing counts for today as well. Because unfortunately, Father Frank Leo couldn't, and Cardinal, he could not be with us today because he had a Mass planned already at the Cathedral, St. Michael's downtown. So it was nice. I went as well. I was in two minds about going because I wasn't scheduled to do anything. Last time we had a procession, they had me carrying one of the lamps. But I thought, let me just go because I had never met him. And it was my first time and he was made our cardinal some time ago when we had COVID in between. And I didn't go to any of the things that they had to meet him. So it was nice to meet him and for him to give us a blessing in our parish as well. And then today I posted a link on from the British Heart Health website. So my doctor is from Britain, and so he sends me a lot of links and things which are from Britain, which I appreciate because I feel more closely aligned to Britain than to what Canada and America do. And I posted a link to show you like how if you buy things fresh, it actually lands up costing less than eating out or buying out, and how the government is deliberately putting systems in place that are keeping people poor and unhealthy in Canada. Because you might think, oh, it's cheaper to just go and pick up a McDonald's or pick up a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks, but in the long run, it works out more. So if you take your monthly amount that you're spending on your groceries and then divide it by 4, that's going to give you your weekly cost. And then if you divide it by 7, that's going to give you your daily cost. So some of the things I don't like to buy frozen. The quality is also better in England of the food that you get. But it's easier to buy, like bananas and things don't last long in this weather. So if you buy them, you have to make sure you eat them, otherwise you'll end up throwing them away. So what I do is sometimes I buy like the trail mix, which has the dried raisins and apricots and cherries and everything. And then I add a handful of that to my cereal, whether it's oats or bran flakes. I also make my own muesli at home, and that's from a recipe one of my cousins had shared with me. And I like to make things like that. So I make the muesli and then I store it in tins. The same with baking and all of that. I do buy biscuits and things like that sometimes, but it's not very often. And so that's why I'm saying, I don't know why I put on so much weight, because I hardly eat anything that is going to make me fat. And that's why I know it's fatty liver. And so I'm still trying to lose the weight to come down to the weight I need to be at. But yeah, just adding a handful of berries or fresh fruits to your bran flakes or your oatmeal, it just gives it a nice flavor and it brightens it up. I also add in like a tablespoon of desiccated coconut. So I shared that link just to show people in Canada and America how different the society is in Britain. And that's why I miss it so much, because here everything is around picking up Tim Hortons, ordering in, if you can buy out your affluent. And in England, it's very different. It's like everybody tries to help each other, and even the rich people, they try to be kind to the poor people. Over here, it's the exact opposite. So I hope it's going to change, and they actually start giving people the money that we need to pay our rent and to buy healthy foods to live while we're looking for jobs. Because I was very hopeful when AI came in. I thought, you know what, it's going to be something good. It's going to be something positive, like the internet. It's going to lead to job creation, and it's going to lead to even better paid jobs for people like me who can take our transferable skills and use them in other areas. Unfortunately, the exact opposite is happening. But I'm still hoping and putting my trust in God that I'm going to get a good job and a good paid job where I can buy a property for me and my mom. And I say me and my mom because at the end of the day, I sponsored her. So if I land up being on the street, that's not going to help her. If I'm being left out of parties and weddings and everything that people are having, and they think that it's good that my mom will be happy, she's not going to be happy. She might not say it to you and to your face, but she knows how much I did for the family, for my friends, for the community. So even if it hurts her, she won't tell you, and neither will I, because you're old enough and stupid enough that you should think about what you're doing. So you can think yourself very clever, but you're not. And if you think I'm stupid because I go to church and I need God and I worship God, then you got another thing coming. Just look at what's happening to our world. Look at what's happening to Canada. Look at the growing poverty. Look at this country. Out of all the G20 countries, including South Africa, it's the only one that's in a recession. And then you want to make a joke out of my life and call me delusional? I don't think so. And if you don't like the fact that I like England, and I like the fact that they encourage healthy eating, and they encourage people being kind to each other, and they encourage people helping each other, then that's not my problem. I really don't care. I'm going to continue to go to church, and I'm going to take every opportunity that Father Larry gives me to help, to use my spiritual direction skills, and to keep applying for those good paid jobs. And I pray every day that, God, why didn't you take me back to England? Why didn't you allow me to own my own property, to be self-sufficient? Because I didn't come here to be a burden on others and to live in poverty and to have my health suffer like this. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. Yesterday I came home from the church. I was sitting here. All of a sudden that board fell. See that the board I put there to dry? It fell down. Then something else fell down. I just started praising and worshiping Jesus. And that's what I do. Satan will never get my soul, because my soul is owned by God. And all these things coming against me, they're not going to work. My faith is in the Lord. And if I can't get a good job here, then I'd rather go to another country like England or Ireland or anywhere else where I can get a good paid job, because I didn't deserve to lose my health at teleperformance. I didn't deserve it.